Hello. Celeb readings. Entertainment purposes only. Description box below for those of you who seem to be on this channel but haven't figured out this channel is only for people that really want to elevate. So if you're on this channel and you have not checked, like, why are you on my channel? Like, don't play with me, okay? Make sure you check out those high vibrational channels in the description box of every video I have on this channel. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to start on, to be honest. I think I'm gonna start on Nicki and Raw Ali. Yeah, let's do that, okay? Because I should have put Raw's statement in the thumbnail. Freak, now that I'm on here, I should have did that. But basically, Raw came out with a statement, and it was alluding into some kind of drama that was happening in between her and Nicki. And it sounded very sad. Sorry. Cause like I don't like I can feel the energy in my heart. Like Raw is actually super upset about this. Like she almost as like my breathing is getting deeper. The Queen of Wands, they're both pissed off. Raw and Nicki. I'm actually gonna pull this out. 444 in the clock. Raw and Nicki are both pissed off. And it's like with the Queen of Wands, they both have good reasoning to be pissed off with each other. Because they've both been so pissed off that they say or do things or get into, look, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 5 of Wands. They get into arguments so bad where it's like they both hurt each other's feelings. And this has been happening for years. If you know, Nicki and Raw have been friends for more than 10 years. It's a super long time they've been friends. Let me fix my deck, sorry. Hold on. But with that Queen of Wands, they both do and say things that could make the other feel kind of like, have you always felt this way? Sorry. I feel like outside was too loud, so I just had to adjust real quick. They're gonna be friends again. Nicki and Raw have a pattern, and it's with the Queen of Wands. Nicki and Raw both have really big egos. They're both beautiful, successful, millionaires, okay? Don't sleep on Raw Ali. She's been rich and successful for a long time. So when it comes down to these two, it's really a battle of the egos. And I feel like somebody here has a Scorpio placement that makes them go very low when they feel like they can or they should, or when someone else goes very low. I feel like it's Ra. And that's why Ra, literally with the Judgment card, that's why Ra and Nicki are friends, because they kind of talk the same language. Even if it is reckless with the Queen of Wands, right? Ra and Nicki kind of speak the same way because they're both from New York. And if you ever met someone from New York or anything like that, or certain places in the world, they talk a little bit more. It's a little harsh at times. So I feel like these two, they bonded over that, but it also breaks them apart. And with this Judgment card, once again, I do feel like they're gonna be friends again, because it's like these two pray about each other. That's how deep their friendship is. These two talk to God about each other. They support each other in every single way. So whatever judgments they passed on each other, or no matter how bad the argument was, they'll still end up healing their friendship. It's actually very hard. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. It's very hard to breathe during this reading. I'm not going to stay in this energy too long, because this argument, there was a lot of really bad words said. Like, I'm talking people's families, people's partners, people's friends, things people dabble in and dibble in, if you know what I mean. There was a lot of harsh things said to one another in this fight. On both ends, right? So nobody's really innocent, because they both went low with the Judgment card here. Both Nicki and Ra, with their words and all kinds of things. I'm getting petty. A lot of petty energy, but I do feel like Ra doesn't like Kenneth Petty that much. Like, she gets that that's her man, but honestly, Ra Ali does not like Kenneth Petty. She feels like he's not a healthy person to be around Nicki. And like I said, in retaliation, Nicki passed judgment on a lot of things on her. This is just, like, look at this, 6 of Wands. More ego, money talk. I have this money, I have this deal, and you have this, and you have that. 8 of Pentacles. More money talk. Like, this was a really deep argument. Like I said, talking about people's families, talking about what people do behind the scenes for money. Because even though we like a celebrity or a person, we don't know what they fully do behind the scenes. Only God knows, right? So I feel like Ra and Nicki will come back to be friends again, but it's because I said this before in a video that I did, but I deleted it because I just wanted to talk about it. But these two know too much about each other. And if one of them decides to really let it all loose, it will be really bad for the both of them. So it's like, all right, let's just make up, but let's not talk to each other like that again. Or let's try to figure out what makes us insecure. Like, they were going in at each other's insecurities. Like, you know your best friend's insecurities, your sister, your brother's insecurities. It's like going at them with their insecurities. All right. Next, because my heart is like, that is a lot of catty energy, a lot of negative energy in between those two. But Nicki and Raw will figure it out. Yeah, Three of Swords, Page of Swords, like, they'll have to figure it out. Okay. I wish I could show videos in a video. That's coming up next as soon as I get a laptop so I can edit. But there was a video that recently came out of, I guess, someone who's supposed to be like Nicki's man, or not Nicki, the fuck, my bad, Britney, or Britney's man or manager. I'm not really sure who was in the picture, but there was supposedly a picture of Britney Spears and some guy in an airplane, and when someone zoomed into the guy's radiator glasses, if you know anything about radiator glasses, I'm sorry, radiator. Girl, I've had a very long day. I'm so sorry. Aviator glasses, there is a reflection in those glasses. And we saw Britney in the picture. But there was no Britney in the guy's reflective aviator glasses. And there's been other videos questioning, is this even Britney? Is this some kind of AI, or is this a body double, or what the heck is going on? Where is Britney? And I really do think one second. Because there's been a lot of celebrities in danger, right? A lot of celebrities that are around, you can say, a lot of handlers, around a lot of snakes. And I feel like Britney is one of those celebrities who is just, I don't want to say it's too late for her, but the amount of people who have been around Britney that don't mean her well is very saddening and very heartbreaking. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Shit. Page of Pentacles. Hasn't Britney came out and said that she feels like either, is it Kevin Federline? She feels like either Kevin Federline or people in her family have turned her kids against her. Or tries to turn her kids against her. There's something here about Britney's kids coming out. This is very disgusting, but it's coming out that one of Britney's kids, something about the older one, has been paid for something. And he got this, something about planting a seed in children. This is definitely like Kevin Federline. I'm getting, hold on. Wow, these cards do not want to stay in place. This is like chaotic. There's been a lot of chaos going around Britney for so long. Since before her kids were born, there was so much chaos. There's been a lot of people around Britney that have taken money for certain things, no matter what it is. Even if it's the littlest, tiniest thing like this big, people will take money for it. like I said, a lot of handlers and a lot of snakes have been around Britney for an extremely long time. Since she was young, like I'm getting like, this is also telling me about Britney when she was young, like 6, 7 years old. A lot of weird people around her, creepy people around her. That wanted money, that wanted fame, that wanted notoriety, some kind of energy. I'm getting like energy vampires, soul sucking here around Britney. Yeah, something about her soul being sucked out. It sounds very deep and dark, but it's just the reality a lot of these higher up celebs go through. And I also feel like there's something that Britney didn't want to do. Because in the industry, in order for you to stay in the industry and not kind of be cut off, I guess you could say, in the means, you have to do something for the elites, for the higher ups. And I feel like Britney did not want to do it. That's come out in a lot of different celebrities' readings. Yeah, something for money here. It's all about money. It's always been about money around this girl, even when she was a child. There's something here about Britney's parents coming up. Britney's parents have always tried to hide as if they're humble, but in reality, with the Ace of Pentacles, they've always been very money hungry from the both of their children. And Jamie Lynn has also always been jealous. I just heard this, but Britney is fighting for her life. And she's been fighting for her life ever since she was a child, from greedy people that wanted to bank in on her talent and on her ambition and on her solar plexus. This is solar plexus, root chakra, earth star chakra energy. A lot of people plotting on this girl for her lower 3 chakras, especially since she was a child. I think I talked about this channel on this channel before about chakra feeders, like people that feed off on certain chakras to feel their own. And I'm getting a lot of that around Britney. Almost everybody around her. And it's really sad with the Page of Pentacles, because it's like, it's almost like she didn't stand a chance because these people were her family, her mom and dad, her sister. Two of Swords. I don't like this. I don't like that at all, man. And the way, the energy around Britney has always made me very, very sad. Like, it's very hard for me to get through a Britney Spears reading without just wanting to burst into tears. And with the Two of Swords, everybody, it's like everybody has worked together to block this girl from day one. From her dreams, from her wishes. No matter if Britney manifests for herself, there's always a group of people waiting to put her back in the Five of Pentacles. But there will be some kind of justice, though. Britney's been going through this for a long time. But there definitely will be some kind of turnaround in this, because heaven knows she doesn't deserve it. And they're trying to mark Britney for death. I think that's something that I said in my last Britney reading. It was years ago. But these people around her have been trying to mark her for death, for use, personal use. Very creepy, very sad, but yeah, once again, some kind of justice she's gonna get, though, with the Empress card popping out. It doesn't matter what people want. I feel like years from now, Britney might come out with some sort of information or maybe even a book or something, you know. But I do feel like I should say, like, kind of keep this, you know, maybe send her positive energy because this is very sad. All right, I'm not gonna drag it too long. Appreciate you guys. Everything you need. Oh shit, my bad. Everything you need in the description box below. Love you guys.